Hey, welcome back, everybody, to Transitions to Transformation Radio. And now I'd like to introduce Brother Dan Palmer. Brother Dan Palmer is a multi-talented singer-songwriter who has both opened up for and performed with legendary rock groups such as Three Dog Night and the Allman Brothers. Brother Dan Palmer met Karen Brooks through the LifeLink Foundation as he needs a liver transplant. Brother Dan Palmer is also going to share his journey of being on the liver transplant recipient list and the daily challenges, which are many, he faces each and every day, as well as playing his great original songs live and on the air. Well, welcome, Dan. Thanks for taking the time out to share your journey of being on the organ donation waiting list for a liver transplant and sharing your story with us.
Hey, you bet, Susan. I thank you for having me.
Anytime.
I would like to open with just stating kind of my philosophy of life. And my philosophy of life is that I go through things in my life. We all do. But the purpose for that is that we can help the next person behind us through the same issues that we've been through. And I've been going through a number of things over the last 3 years, from complete liver failure, and tomorrow is the 3-year anniversary of going code blue and being revived by CPR. I bled 26, they actually replaced 26 pints of blood into me, so when Karen was talking about blood donation, that's very important. We only hold 12 to 13, so that's how quickly I was bleeding out. I've been through a number of comas. I've been through all sorts of stuff. Hepatitis C treatment, which is what originally caused my end-stage liver disease. And I was very, very sick 3 years ago. They have managed to bring me back amazingly to a point of health and mental clarity where I'm able now to do a lot of things that I love to do. I have limitations. Naps are a big part of my life because fatigue is a constant companion. But there's a lot of great things, and I'm meeting so many great people. It's funny, Melisa and I had been searching for a cause to get behind when this all started. Something that I could align my music to, that I could tie into and promote and be part of and make a difference in the world. And you have to be careful what you ask for.
Yeah.
Because here it is, I'm very active in the Donate Life America organization. I've freshly relocated to Florida from California, although prior to California I lived in northern Nevada for over 33 years.
Wow.
I moved to California because there's no transplant center in Nevada. I was living in Sacramento. The transplant center was in San Francisco, and it is a brutal reality of life in the organ transplant world in California at this point. I'll quote some numbers for you. Because I have dear friends here in Florida, Melisa has close friends as well. We have great support, which is a very important part of the transplant process. And so, as a result, that's why I'm here in Florida now. And this is a very favorable place. Things look good. I've just been through a whole bunch of testing. I will find out tomorrow for sure whether I've been accepted into the transplant program at Tampa General Hospital. I've been going through all sorts of tests for the last couple of weeks, and so I'll be posting on my blog tomorrow night. For those of you who are listening that follow my journey, I know that my friend Ian from Slovenia is likely to be on the line listening tonight. Hey, Ian. Can't wait to see you again, buddy. Brother Paul down in Fort Myers, my best friend of 30 years, is probably here. He has recently become a LifeLink organizer.
That's wonderful.
Which is an ambassador for the organization. So, hey, Brother Paul. He's a sailing boat charter captain out of Fort Myers, and
oh, how nice.
He's been with us through every step of this. And especially I want to say hi and thank you to my lovely sweetheart, significant other, caregiver, without whom I'm convinced I would not be alive today.
Wow.
She is here with us tonight, and her name is Melisa. Hi, Melisa. Thanks for being here with me.
Hi, Melisa.
Hi, Dan. It is an honor to be sitting next to you. And Susan, thank you for letting us be here on the show with you.
You're welcome.
It's hard to be called a caregiver at this point in my life right now because Dan's doing so well. I mean, if you were to see us out in public, you would never even know that anything was going on with us. It hasn't always been that way.
Yeah.
3 years ago, actually it's only been since the beginning of this year that we've actually crawled ourselves out of a really dark place, me especially as a caregiver. But if you were to see Dan today, you would never even know anything was going on with him. So
yeah, I mean, he looks so great, and thanks to you, I see the love and the dedication that you have for Dan. And I was reading your stories, and I was just bawling because it's very rare that you have a love like yours. It's just really beautiful. And when you see somebody thrive because of that love, it's a miracle. It really is a miracle.
Yeah, it's rare that you find somebody like me in the position where I am. I'm pre-transplant. I've been very, very sick and almost over the other side. And having gone code blue, which means no heartbeat, and yet to return to a place of health where I am now, and be of mental clarity, where I can speak and talk about these issues. Normally, someone goes on, either has acute liver failure and gets a transplant immediately, or it's a gradual process of getting sicker and sicker and sicker. The liver transplant list is not a waiting list as much as it is a priority list. The sickest people get the first available organs. So in my case, I've been on the list 3 years, but that I'm at a number 16 right now, which is a MELD score, which is it's a calculation of different factors in your blood that tells you how sick you are. Here in Florida, they won't accept you on the list until you're at least 15. They are transplanting between 18 and 22 on the MELD score.
Oh, wow.
In August of 2009, I was at 29 on the MELD score.
Oh, wow.
By the time you get to be between 35 and 40 on the MELD score, your life expectancy, you have a 75% chance of not being here 3 months later.
Wow.
So it's a predictor of your mortality. So if you get to 35 to 40, which is the point where they're transplanting in California at this point, because of the shortage of donors there, well, it's not the shortage of donors so much as the number of people waiting. Here in Florida, there are 429 people currently on the waiting list. In California, that's for a liver specifically. In California, there's over 3,000 people waiting for livers alone.
Wow, that's a lot.
In the state of California. So I have more numbers that we can put some of these things in perspective for you as we get going here in our conversation. And Melisa has some special things directed specifically to caregivers because, as I say, I would not be alive and be here today were it not for a strong, consistent, on top of it caregiver. Absolutely.
Absolutely. And thank you both so much for sharing your story with us. And we have about a minute left. Is there anything that you'd like to say within that minute?
I actually have a quote I could say real fast.
Sure.
And this is from a website that I'm going to recommend for anyone who is a caregiver. And it's a quote from former First Lady Rosalind Carter. And it says, there are 4 kinds of people in the world: those who have been caregivers, those who currently are caregivers, those who will be caregivers, and those who will need caregivers.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's so true. At some point in our lives, we're going to be one of those 4 people. And right now I'm taking care of my mom. I'm pretty much doing it by myself. And this site that you've shown me is just amazing. It's nice to know that people out there are going to get relief. The caregivers are going to get relief, as well as the people that they're taking care of. So we'll be back. We got like 3 seconds left, and we'll be back after a few songs. Actually, a few songs by you, Dan. Time keeps ticking away. Technicolor Rainbows. And Since I Stopped Drinking Beer. So we'll be back. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Transitions to Transformation Radio. I'm your host, Reverend Sue, and I'm here with Brother Dan Palmer and his beautiful sweetheart, Melisa Maxey. And I just wanted to run past you again. If you wanted to call in or maybe go on the Facebook page of mine, Transitions to Transformation Radio, and just, if you want to ask questions, you can post them on there. Or if you want, there's 2 different phone numbers handy.
Come on, you guys.
Yeah.
I know I got friends out there. Somebody, don't let me just sit here by myself.
Don't be shy. And we have 2 different numbers here, 727-490-8179 and 863-354-0750. I'm going to repeat those numbers again. First number, 727-490-8179 and 863-354-0750. And I believe we were talking about melding numbers.
Meld scores.
Meld scores.
Meld scores. Well, yeah, also we have some statistics regarding the lists. Currently, as of today, in the United States, there's 124,672 people waiting for life-saving transplants. That includes kidneys, livers, pancreas, heart, lung, intestines. That includes people who are double listed, because some people are listed either for true transplants or they are listed at multiple transplant centers, which is allowed in some places. Tampa General Hospital does not allow it.
Wow.
But generally the issue is the time that it's going to take you to get there. So if you can get there within 4 hours and you're within, that time range of a couple different transplant centers, you can do that. However, transplant centers are also set up in a multi-state area, so it's not always advantageous. But there are ways to increase your chances of a transplant. I'm trying to stay as healthy as I can so that the latest stem cell research can catch up, and perhaps I won't have to be dependent upon anti-rejection medications for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Perhaps they'll be able to grow a liver from my own liver cells. A question that I get asked quite a bit is specifically having to do with livers. They say, well, don't livers regenerate themselves? Yes, the liver is the most regenerative organ in the body. However, when you get into the end-stage liver disease, that means you have cirrhosis, and cirrhosis is scarring. It's scar tissue. And just like any scar, when it rejuvenates, those cells change over, but it's still a scar. And once it's scarred, it's no good when it's your liver. So, yes, my liver does regenerate itself, but the scars regenerate as scars, and that doesn't help me out at all. Yeah. There is such a thing as living donors. That was what Karen and Jackie were talking about earlier. The fact that Jackie needed a kidney, and each of us has 2, but you only need 1 to live a healthy life. So that's why Karen was able to donate 1 kidney to Jackie and keep 1 for herself. And that is happening. There are some chains going on now where someone who is altruistic will say, I want to donate a kidney to somebody. Or maybe it's a spouse who wants to donate a kidney to their spouse, but they're not a match. So what they will do is they will say, okay, I will donate my kidney to someone who needs it in order that I can get a match for my spouse.
Wow.
And there has been a case not too long ago of a chain of approximately 60 kidneys being swapped in that manner. It started with one person who donated a kidney that it fit someone else. And that person's spouse said, well, okay, I was going to give my spouse a kidney, but since you gave him one, I'll give one of mine to somebody else.
Oh, wow.
Who said, okay, I'll give mine to somebody else. And it went down, and 60 lives were saved, starting with one altruistic donor.
That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing.
Yes. Now, livers are a little more difficult. We only have one. We each need one. You can do a partial liver transplant. I'm not a candidate for that because I need more than I can get from a partial transplant. The liver has two lobes. The right lobe is the larger of the two. It's about 60%. The left lobe is about 40%. And so normally they will transplant the smaller lobe out of the living donor into the recipient. But I need more than 40%. And so the risk becomes too great for the donor in that case. The other amazing thing, just a side point, is that I've found out in the process is that within 6 weeks, that liver will regenerate to full size. However, it doesn't regenerate the other lobe. So if the donor keeps the right lobe merely gets larger. It doesn't grow a new left lobe. And the left lobe that is transplanted into a recipient doesn't grow a right lobe. It just grows larger and fills the space. And so that's the other big consideration in transplantation is size, and the tissue match in some cases makes a difference, but blood type is very important also.
Oh, yes. You just read my mind. I was going to ask about that. You know, I'm
Yes.
sure blood type has a lot to do with it.
Yes.
I would like to add also is that Dan became educated, as have I, through the support groups we've attended. There are typically a support group for just about anything you can think of. We actually attend a liver transplant support group meetings, have been monthly. And also through the Donate Life organization, they teach you these things. So anybody who might want to become a volunteer or become a Donate Life organizer, which is what they're called here in Florida, you can become very educated through this process. That's the reason why we are out talking about this, is because 1 in 3 people die while they're waiting on the transplant waiting list.
Oh, wow.
That's a lot of people.
That is.
And so I think that's something like 18 people a day or something like that.
Oh, that's a lot.
So it's because there are not enough organ donors. And all that anybody simply needs to do to be a hero is to actually go online, sign up to be an organ donor, and they can do that easy enough, donatelifeamerica.com.org. It's a simple process, takes less than a minute to do online.
Oh, that's great.
Yes, the thing I really like about the Donate Life America organization is that it's a collection of people. It's transplant recipients, transplant donors, and donor families who've lost a loved one who's been a donor, and just general volunteers from within the community who are concerned citizens. And we need each other. And there's a great healing at these meetings that goes on when a recipient and a donor family meet and get to know each other. Because all of a sudden, for the donor family who's suffered a great loss, they suddenly have some meaning.
Yes.
Oh, this is what the organs of my loved one did. They live on in these people. And it's the one way, we're concerned about recycling. We recycle everything. Let's recycle ourselves.
Exactly.
It only makes sense.
Give the gift of life, everybody. It's a beautiful thing. So many myths about organ donation have been dispelled tonight. Now that you have the knowledge, we can all sign up for it. And what was that site again to sign up for?
DonateLifeAmerica.com or .org. You can search for your state online, choose the state that you live in, and sign up right there online. Takes less than a minute.
And
Oops, so sorry. We ran a little bit over. We'll be back after a few minutes. Hey, welcome back, everybody, to Transitions to Transformations Radio. And we have a caller tonight. His name is Spencer Baker, and he is from Sacramento, California, and he is a liver recipient. I kind of got tongue-tied with that.
Hey, Spencer, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, Dan. Hi, Melisa.
Hi, Spencer.
It's great to hear your voice.
Absolutely great.
Great. How are you doing?
I'm doing absolutely wonderful. My question would be how are the tests going as compared to the ones you had here in California?
The tests have been going great. I've been through all of them. I meet tomorrow with the hepatologist to get all the results of the tests. I've been through, the blood workup. I've been through the psychological profile, the financial profile, the dietitian consultation, the social work consultation. I've been through the pulmonary tests, the blood tests. I did a dobutamine stress test, which is a heart test without the treadmill. The colonoscopy, the endoscopy.
Well, it's nice to know that we're not alone, that it was your turn.
Yeah, it was my turn again. I went through this 3 years ago in California, and now I've had to go through it all again here. But it's well worth it. Everything's looking great, and we're really enjoying being here. We're finding great people, as you can tell by the people that are here we're surrounded with tonight.
I can tell by your Facebook page that beautiful sunset of you and Melisa just knocked me off my heels.
Yep.
It just wasn't fair.
Yeah. Well, you can come for a visit anytime.
Oh, yeah, but I just saw you, so I'm going to have to wait a while.
Okay. Well, for the other listeners out there, Spencer is from Sacramento, where we're from. Spencer received a liver transplant about 2 years ago.
3.5.
What's that?
3.5.
3.5 years.
Oh, 3.5. Wow. It's been that long already. He's Hep C positive, as am I, which is what caused my liver disease in the first place. And so we've been through a lot together. He's been a great support to me, an inspiration at times, and hopefully me with him. And I miss him because we don't get to go out and listen to live music together anymore. But I do
miss that.
He's an artist, and we just share a lot. And I love you, Spence, and I'm glad you called in tonight.
I'm loving you too, guys, and you take care, and we'll be in touch very, very soon. I'll show you new pictures of my new digs.
Great, man. Send them.
All right, man. Be good.
All right, you too. Love you, Spence.
Love you too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Spencer.
Hey, I have a friend.
Yay! You've got a friend.
I have a friend in Radio Land. Isn't there anybody else that wants to talk to me tonight?
Well, actually, I wanted to talk with Melisa real quick about the subject of caregivers getting help for them.
Yes, actually, a caregiver doesn't really know how to ask for help. They typically bottle up their feelings and put on a brave face to the world. So there's so many stressful things that happen in a caregiver's life. Actually, there's similarities to post-traumatic stress syndrome with caregivers. They haven't really linked that together, but a caregiver sees so much, and anyway, there's a lot involved with a caregiver.
Oh, yes.
So there are some things that I feel like people who are friends of a caregiver or family members that don't really know what to do, because a lot of people don't know what to do, and so some guiding tips maybe could help
Looks like we got another call.
Someone who is a caregiver. So if you know a caregiver, think about doing some of these things for them. Maybe make arrangements for them to go to a support group, because support group is huge for a caregiver. So giving them some extra time to attend a support group. There is a website that I have used, and Susan has started using it as well. It's called don'tloseheart.org. That's www.don'tloseheart.org. It's a place for caregivers to go and write. You can write your whole story down if you want to.
Yes.
And then people will send words of encouragement. It sounds like there's a caller coming in right now. So
yeah, he needs to call back, though.
Yeah, so please call back.
I saw the name, and it said Patrick Johnson. Patrick Johnson, you need to phone back.
Okay, yeah,
home.
Pat, if you can call back again, because it's there's a lot of people here in the studio, and there's a lot going on in here. So anyway, a caregiver can go to that site, don'tloseheart.org. They're very good friends of ours. We've never even met them that started that site. Also, let a caregiver know that you're available to do specific duties for them. Not just offer of saying, hey, call me when you need me.
Yeah.
Say, I will be available on Tuesday at 10 o'clock. Is there something I can do for you that day? Or if the caregiver has a list of things to do, say, what are those things on your list? Well, one of them's a grocery run. Okay, I'm going to take care of that for you. Can I take care of that for you Wednesday at 2 o'clock? So be specific. And let the caregiver know you are available and you will do these things for them, and help them out. Don't just leave it up to them to call you back, because they more than likely won't. I'm going to go there. I'm going to say, give the caregiver cash, give them some money, because they are strapped, they're broke, they're not going to ask for help. Maybe even open a bank account for them and put $20 a month in the account for them, tithe to the account. So these are the kinds of things that a caregiver just isn't going to tell you that they need. Be available and listen to them. Just listen. Don't give advice. Don't be judgmental. Just listen. So in other words, it's be available, be aware, be available, and come up with specific things that you can do to help your friend in need.
Thank you so much, Melisa, for that information. And that site certainly did help me a lot.
Yeah, you're fine. Just tell Jason, call back. Don't. You're on line with Paul right now.
Oh, hello, Paul. I'm the host, Reverend Sue. How are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Excellent, thank you.
It sounds like having way too much fun up there. Wish I was there.
Yeah, us too. We're having a great time. We have about a little bit less than 2 minutes. Was there anything that you wanted to ask or comment on?
Well, I'm a good friend of Brother Dan and Melisa's, and I'm actually a LifeLink organizer down here in Fort Myers. I'm going to help in a Budson tomorrow and the next day, and we just wanted to wish Dan all the luck. And intend to tell you have a great show.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much. I'm just happy to be able to help in any way I can. I know organ donation is very important in saving lives, and I'll do anything I can to support it.
And Paul, you're doing great work there yourself. So
yes.
Welcome to the LifeLink organization, and I love you, bro. I'll see you on the boat real soon.
Yeah, I love you too, man. Have a great show. Your music sounded great, and all I can say from down here is just we've got a health fair coming up in the next couple of days. Everything's going great. A lot of great support from the organization, and just don't go away and take your parts with you. That's all.
Okay, right on, dude. I'm going to be playing live here in a minute too, so I got a song for you.
All right, man. Hey, you guys have a great show. Everything's going good, and I'll be talking to you soon.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me on, and thanks for being there.
Oh, anytime. God bless.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, we have about 31 seconds left in this session, so we're going to cut to a few songs, and then Dan's going to play some of his songs live. So that'll be wonderful. And, we got about 19 seconds left. And actually, Dan's song, Nothing Better Than This, is coming up. And we'll be with you shortly with some live music. So stay tuned, everybody. Welcome back, everybody, to Transitions to Transformation Radio. And Melisa had some more information for us.
Yes, so right now we're talking about tips that friends and family can do for the caregiver. So in other words, it's caring for the caregiver. One thing would be maybe send prepaid grocery cards for a grocery store.
That's great.
Also, maybe make homemade meals or frozen meals, just deliver them to the caregiver. Lots of times, even going to the grocery store for a caregiver can be very stressful.
Oh, sure.
It's sometimes healing for people to go to the grocery store, but for a caregiver, they don't have time.
Yeah.
So, help them out with that. Prepaid anything will help a caregiver, whether it's gas cards or maybe a massage gift certificate or a car wash prepaid card. So prepaid anything will really help a caregiver. But I think just being available, if mow the lawn, if you go to their house and their house is a mess and typically it's spick and span, maybe get a cleaning service to help them out or clean it yourself. Help with the laundry, have laundry pickup or services like that a caregiver is having to do and doesn't have time. So just some more tips.
Yeah, I think the key is for caregivers, from my observation, that they don't have the time to even ask for help. And people usually will say, oh, just call me, I'll do whatever you need, call me. But they don't even take the time to call. So it's important that we watch and observe, and when we see something that needs done, just do it. Get it done for them. And for most caregivers, that's the best sign that someone loves them and supports them and is there for them.
Hi, welcome to Transitions to Transformations Radio. We have a new caller, and what is your name, please?
My name is Pat Johnson, known as Brother Pat.
Hey, how are you, Pat?
This may be the best day of my life. Hey, I've got a question for Melisa.
Absolutely.
Hi, Pat. Go ahead. What's your question?
Saint Melisa, because to be the kind of caretaker she is, you've got to be a saint. And Saint Melisa, my question is, I know you go through a whole lot of pain and suffering and dedication to take care of people like Dan before he gets his liver transplant, but I understand that after he gets the liver transplant, you can't do it by yourself. Could you expound a little bit on how much help you'll need to be the caregiver that Dan's going to need after the fact?
Pat, that is such a great question. I'm so glad you asked that. Because actually for Dan to be on the transplant waiting list, he has to have a support team. They won't even let him remain on the list without a support group. So I'm his primary caretaker, but when he does get a transplant, it's more than likely that he needs to be near the hospital for the first 30 days. And so with that, he will need someone with him for 24 hours a day at that point. So that's 30 days of being with Dan in Tampa where he will get his transplant. We do have a dog, and so, obviously our dog is part of our family, so we're going to need someone to come and help us with our dog duties. That's not even to say for all the other things it takes to just do everyday living. Just like we were talking about, grocery store runs, laundry, just being available for someone to talk to. So it's not just one person that's the caregiver, it's a team of people. And we are one of the fortunate groups of people that we have someone like you, Pat, who's offered to drop everything that they have going on in their lives to come and help us. Keep in mind, Pat lives in Minnesota. And it's the same thing with Paul and Pat. They are a couple from Fort Myers. They travel for work, and they are also offering to be available to us. And so that's why I think support groups are so huge for someone who's starting this process. Go to a support group, meet some people in your area, get to know strangers, because strangers are going to become your friends in this process. That's how we met Karen, who's here this evening. We just met Karen a week ago at a LifeLink organizer meeting. So you never know who you're going to meet. Your support group is all around you. You just got to find them.
That's
awesome. Well, hey, I'd like to thank Karen and Reverend Sue and Brother Dan and Melisa for sharing this information with all of us. I love you all a bunch and wish you all the best and keep up the good work. I'm glad you're a part of this world and you contribute to letting me enjoy every precious moment, and I hope it works out real well real soon.
That's wonderful. Thank you, and we love you back. Thanks so much. That was a wonderful question.
Thanks, Pat. We'll be seeing you soon enough, buddy.
You betcha. Love you guys.
All right,
love
give
you
my best.
Keep them on, would you please?
Yeah.
Will do. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, everybody. I'm just going to check and see how much time we have. Just give me one moment. Okay, we have 4 minutes and 8 seconds. Is that going to be enough time for your song?
I got time for my new tune.
Yes.
I hope this comes out all right. We're not sure about the miking situation here. This one's for all my buddies out there. Midsummer morning, the weather is hot. But they say life's a bitch, but I believe not. Running round in circles, life is rolling on by. Now I kick back and I roll with the tide. I'm so busy living, I got no time for singing the blues. I can be found every day of the week, walking my dog down some neighborhood street. Whatever the weather, come rain or come shine, everything's rosy on borrowed time. I'm so busy living, I got no time for singing the blues. Busy running here and there, we're so busy we don't care. Busy doing this and that just to make a war at that. Every little fact is just right there at our fingertips. Make a text or send a call, doesn't make no sense at all no more. Cause I'm so busy living, I got no time for singing the blues. Sing it with me, I know you want to, come on. I'm so busy living, I got no time for singing the blues. Feels good, don't it? Once more, come on. Yeah, I'm so busy living, I got no time for singing the blues. Drop me a message, send me a line. Right now I'm busy having such a good time. Save the drama for your mama, drop your stress at the door. You know I don't roll that way anymore. I'm so busy living, I got no time for singing the blues. Come on, sing it. I'm so busy living, I got no time for singing the blues. Once more, here we go. I'm so busy living, I got no time for singing the blues. Woo-hoo! Yeah! Oh, yeah! Woo, doggy!
Yeah! Oh, that was awesome. I love your new song. Now, is it going to be released on an LP soon?
That will... I don't have enough for an LP yet. I think what I'm going to do with my next batch of tunes is begin to release them online, one at a time, in a digital format, and then when I have 10 or 12, I'll put out a CD. So you can get in touch with me through brotherdanpalmer.com. That's brotherdanpalmer.com, all spelled out. You can find me on Facebook, Dan Palmer or Brother Dan Palmer. I also have a healthcare blog. There's a link to that on my Facebook page. There's brodanproductions.com, which shows some of my European tours, photos, and a lot of song clips there. You can get hard copies of my first 2 CDs on cdbaby.com. That's cdbaby.com. Search for Brother Dan Palmer. And just do a simple Google search, and you should be able to find me no problem.
That's wonderful. And I'm going to post all these links on my... Actually, we'll be back in a few minutes, folks. Hey, welcome back, everybody, to Transitions to Transformation Radio. Hey, I want to dedicate a poem that I wrote, a little backstory on me. I was diagnosed with terminal cancer about 3 years ago, uterine cancer, and told I only had 9 months to live. Needless to say, it's 2 years later, and I'm still walking the earth.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about will. It's all about, you know, I think that's 99.9% of the fight is your will to live. And I dedicate this to Brother Dan Palmer and anybody out there who's, you know, ever had an expiration date type of thing imposed on them by a doctor. I know they have to say things because it's clinical and, you know, they have to inform you, but, you know, I'm living proof, Dan's living proof, you know, there's no expiration date on any of us. So I'm going to read off my poem real quick, and it's titled, aptly enough, No Expiration Date on Me. Life expectancy cut short. From my doctor's medical report. I wore my heart on my sleeve, didn't want to believe. Time was running out on me. I knew there was a better way, to extend my life to another day. I learned to feel my emotions and let them go. Holding on to things that don't serve you grow. As cancer and other diseases, it runs rampant inside you and does what it pleases. Break down your wall of pain. It only brings you hurt and shame. Unless you learn how to feel and release, your life will cease. From all the negativity dwelling inside, you need to let go of your pride. For you see, there's no expiration date stamped on you and me. Release your past and be free. We're not cartons of milk, everybody. Remember that. I love you, and I'm going to turn you over to Miss Karen Brooks.
Hi, thank you.
You're welcome.
We had talked a little bit earlier about the motorcycle ride that I do, and it's to raise awareness. And what we do is try to talk to people to debunk the myths of the organ donation that they may have had instilled in them, and try to have folks ask questions or get the answers to whatever questions they might have answered so that they are informed and can make a proper choice, one way or the other, just to make the choice and then let their family know what their choice is. So it's not you have to sign up. It's you have to make a choice and then let your family know. They're, after all, going to be the ones going to carry out your wishes. So with that said, that's why I do my event every April, which is National Donate Life Month. And hopefully someday it would go national. However, I'm busy in the state of Florida, so I do look forward to doing the same route that I did last year, which started off in Tampa with the bone marrow folks. They had their own fundraising walk, so I stopped there. And that same day drove to Orlando and went with the Florida hospital folks. And from there I went on and did all kinds of different events throughout the entire month of April. So I will be a busy camper again next April. And would like everybody to check out my website at donorbychoice.org. And on the home page there's actually a link to Dan's website. And you can find out a lot of information about next year's event. So I look forward to that. I also know that the City of Clearwater will also do another proclamation for us. It's actually for LifeLink. I'm only accepting the award for them, so it's not something I've done other than go. So.
Well, I would like to be so forward, Karen, if I may, as to say that your ride does require some funding.
Yes.
And that on your website there is a donate button.
Yes, Donor by Choice is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, so anything from $1 and up is tax deductible. So.
And she will be needing that in order to make this ride happen. And she's very involved in all sorts, not just organs, but blood and tissue and bone marrow and all of the things that can prolong life. So she's making a difference for kids with childhood leukemia and hereditary diseases, genetic issues that they have, all the way through people like me and on up into whoever. You never know when something like this is going to happen to you.
Yeah.
And it can happen, and when the time happens to you or to a loved one, you're going to be very happy that there's someone like Karen who's out there who's been educating and making people aware of these issues. And the little bit of money that you donate to her is going to be well used in a wise way, a wise manner, and it's going to multiply many, many times over. So hopefully it's not just a little amount that you donate, but any amount is appreciated and will be well used.
Thank you, Dan. I appreciate that. And any type of help that can come that way. I truly believe I do this from my heart. I'm so grateful for everything that took place with my sister and the luck that we had, and from the doctors' experiences and their education and the magic that was put in their hands in order to take care of my sister and myself during that surgery, and everything that has to take place from the workers to help to coordinate all that. So I'm so grateful for that. I can't do enough.
It's just, we love you, Karen. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and thank you for sharing your story, yours and your beautiful sister Jackie's story. And it's a testament. That this is what life is all about. It's if you're in a situation, you take it, you turn it around, and you help other people, and that's exactly what you've done.
Yeah.
And I just, from the bottom of my heart, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Same here, my dear.
You're welcome. Mwah. And I do believe Brother Dan Palmer has another song for us. What are you going to play for us?
We have one more to send you on the way, and it's called, I wrote it and dedicated it to all of my, the patients like me who are waiting, who are depending upon a caregiver, who are depending upon someone having the big thought in their heart of donating their organs when they pass. It's so important that you don't just turn and walk away. People like me need people like you. And so thank you so much, and all I can ask is please don't walk away. That's the name of this song.
Beautiful.
I wouldn't blame you if you do, but I'm hoping that you don't. Take your love and walk away. Leave me standing here alone. I know at times I'm a hard man, but I do the best that I can. My best is always better when we're standing hand in hand. So don't walk away, don't walk away, don't walk away, don't walk away. Don't walk away and leave me lonely and lost, trying to find my way. Don't walk away, don't walk away, don't walk away, don't walk away. I need you more and more every single day. I wouldn't blame her if she does, but I'm hoping that she don't. Take her love and walk away, and leave me standing here alone. I've been a rebel and a wild man. I met the devil, played in his band. That was until I ran into an angel in disguise. Sing it with me. Don't walk away, don't walk away, don't walk away, don't walk away. Don't walk away and leave me lonely and lost, trying to find my I need you more and more every single day. Sing it once more, come on. Don't walk away, don't walk away, don't walk away, don't walk away, don't walk away and leave me lonely and lost, trying to find my way. Don't walk away, don't walk away, don't walk away, don't walk away. I need you more and more every single day.
Yeah! And you know that song is for Melisa. Hey, welcome back, everybody, to Transitions to Transformations Radio. I want to thank you so much, everybody, for calling in and for staying on and listening to us. We extended our show. This is such an important topic, organ donation. And once again, I want to thank Brother Dan Palmer for sharing your beautiful story with us. And, you know, it is our hope that more people get on the organ donation registry. I'd like to thank also Karen Brooks and her sister Jackie, and also Melisa Maxey, who is Brother Dan Palmer's sweetheart and caretaker. And I also want to thank Sylvie Ann Tuggle, the owner of Be Goodness Over Doubt Radio, the I Am station, for helping me, and also the beautiful, the lovely, the talented Vicki Jameson. She helped get us back online. So thank you, Miss Vicki. And you're the station owner of www.viasinvictor109fm.com. So thank you so much for all your help in joining us. So we have a minute left. Anything you want to say, Brother Dan?
I just want to say we've put a lot of information out. All of my personal contact information, Susan will post on her Facebook page, or you can find me on Facebook, or just go to Google and search for Brother Dan Palmer. You'll find me, and the most important one is DonateLifeAmerica.org or DonateLifeAmerica.com. That's where you can get all the information you could ever want on organ donation, the registry in your state, how to do it, get all the answers to all of your questions.
So thank you, everybody, for listening. And if you wish, go onto my Facebook page, Transitions to Transformation Radio. That's on Facebook. I'm going to post all the links mentioned tonight. God bless you all. Have a wonderful evening, and I will see you next Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, here on Be God Radio, the I Am station, Transitions to Transformations Radio. Good night, and God bless, everybody. Hepatitis C virus is a blood-borne tragedy that can strike even someone assisting after an accident or a blood transfusion or a result possibly from improperly sterilized needles, repeated ink from tattoo pots, passing of a paper cut across a dirty doorknob. Traveling to foreign countries are high risk factors in places that don't have proper sterilization procedures, or if you've been to prison or war. Everyone needs to get tested. HCV can live in blood outside the body for years. Fire can be guaranteed to kill the virus hepatitis C, but ordinary cleaning solutions do not. That's how insidious this disease is. We all need to get checked for this. Hey everybody, this is Reverend Susan Sabella from Transitions to Transformation Radio, and I'm here to tell you about the Tawn Mastery Foundation. The Tawn Mastery Foundation was created to make a lasting mark and a truly positive difference in helping to eradicate the hepatitis C virus and to stamp out the ignorance about this disease while raising critical awareness worldwide. Tawn Mastery, international radio legend known for decades, became a victim of hepatitis C, which took her early from us, devastating her family and millions of radio fans. Tawn and her sister Cara Mastery decided at that time to create an organization that would help change lives and help prevent further families from being destroyed by this insidious disease. Tawn contracted HCV accidentally as a child, and it remained undetected for over 30 years. HCV is currently at 500 million worldwide and is scheduled to take in 1 billion more by 2015. Those are scary statistics, folks. Because of Tawn's wishes, Cara Mastry has continued Tawn's plans to spearhead the effort to save lives by raising HCV awareness and help getting rid of ignorance about the virus through educational tools and being a conduit to the public of the new HCV private self-test coming out this year. The statistics are overwhelming about HCV and suggest that many actually have the disease and are unaware. Unfortunately, they may not even know how they may have contracted it, as the disease can incubate inside the body undetected for decades. Because of Tawn's many relationships with major rock superstars and musical performers throughout the years, came the idea of utilizing media tools through music, art, entertainment, and also major concert events, both nationally and internationally. Tawn Mastry said, "Rock hard, live long, and get tested for HCV." The Tawn Mastry Foundation will be in the forefront of this amazing campaign and raising awareness to free the world of HCV, slaying the Red Dragon. For anyone wishing to get involved with the Tawn Mastry Foundation, please contact Cara Mastry on the Facebook page for the Tawn Mastry Foundation. Thank you, and God bless you all. And get tested for HCV.